But today, of course, we're here for issue 5 of Selfish. It's really nice, special for us, of course, since Kelsey is the editor and works with us. But then also, we've launched every single issue here. It's always been a fantastic show. It's such a beautiful magazine. I was looking up, what do they say about themselves? A print mixtape time capsule exploring the esoteric themes of our development. Holy smokes. And it's looking through the magazine, I feel like it's just like your coolest girlfriend. It's like heartfelt, smart, funny, deep, and extremely stylish. I love how, it doesn't just have great content, but it also really takes the visuals seriously as well in a really effective, beautiful way. And
Shout out to Yuiko and Molly, who designed all of the issues, who are here. We would be remiss if we did not include them. Thank you for being beautiful and brilliant and stylish.
Mm-hmm. And we have contributors from all 5 issues here, which is special. But I also just wanted to say, I don't know if you've ever been out with your girlfriends and you get 2 drinks in and all of a sudden the conversation gets so real. Me too. Well, this insanely cool magazine has a feature called 2 Drinks In, where a recording device is taken out. Contributors take 2 drinks, and then all sorts of salacious topics are introduced and recorded. Like, for instance, Kelsey, what sorts of topics?
Navigating queer spaces or sexual reawakenings or awakenings. Help me. What else?
Male feminist.
Male feminist. Yeah.
Stuff you've got feelings about. So I don't know. It just sounds like so much fun. So why not do it live now? I would like for each contributor to introduce herself and get 1 drink in. All right. Let's start over here with issue 1.
Hey, I'm Nicole. Take my glasses off.
Oh, she's getting serious. All right.
Hi, I'm Amelia.
Woo! Like a pro.
Hey, I'm Kelsey. So intense.
All right then. Hi, I'm Bonnie Lee, and I did start a little bit before.
Woo!
Oh, it's so la. It's really good. Mm.
And I'm Ava.
Drink 2's coming right up. All right. Good job for step 1. All right, let's pour ourselves drink 2, and we need to find some salacious topics. So they don't know what's coming, but I feel like we should all torture them as much as possible. So I have some topics, and you can choose by rowdy response which of the 2 will be their first topic. So, first. All right. Well, this is the topic that they're going to talk about once they get 2 drinks in.
Based on interpretation.
All right. I don't really hear much of a rowdy response to that one, so I sort of think it might be the second one. All right. So this one, dead silence. Okay, this one. All right, ladies. Can you handle it?
We'll see.
Right away. Can you guys handle number 2 right away? How should you start this topic? Here's your topic. Take your drink and
Should we take our second drink?
Take your second drink and let's hear it.
Is this our way? Cheers, everyone. Cheers, everyone.
All right.
Oh, you're sending me a dick pic.
What are your feelings on it?
On the dick pic?
Yeah, the art form of dick pic.
Oh, it's so warm, you guys.
Actually, I've never received a dick pic.
I'll say
I received one, but it was solicited.
solicited
never
counts.
unsolicited. I'm like, what am I doing wrong?
Or what are you doing right? How did you feel about the one that you got?
I had some critiques. Yeah, the light. It was in a bathroom. The lighting is weird.
It's always in a bathroom.
I guess this person was being loyal to the genre. Let's assume that.
All right. What about you?
The first dick pic that I ever got was when I was in high school. And the dude had to use like a digital camera and upload the picture onto his computer.
Dang, that predates the dick pic.
Oh yeah, and I got it in my email, and it was just like took up like the entire screen.
Then you made it your desktop back.
You mean
Did you
was too big?
It was too big.
did you tile your background with it?
No. But that was unsolicited, actually.
There you go.
Yeah.
That was like a lot of effort too for an unsolicited dick pic.
I remember he had on like Batman underwear.
Wow. Bold choice.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
We're not assuming everybody's straight.
That's
here,
true,
right?
that's
Okay.
true.
So as a queer girl, I will tell you, I've had some butches send me some dick pics too, and they're pretty cool. A little different than what you might be thinking of, but they work.
Can you tell us about them?
Well, one in particular that I still probably have on my phone, and when my nephew helped me get an iPad and then he was transferring everything, I was like having a breakdown. I was like, oh my God, she's still on there. And because we kind of broke it up. But anyway, so, she had like a really cool cap on and she was just, it was good. Good little picture.
So it was full body.
Full body.
Nice.
Full body. Full body.
Yeah.
Me? Well, I've gotten plenty of unsolicited dick pics. I used to do a lot of Craigslist dating. So it would just be like just random emails of dick pics, and I'd have to go through and find a decent human, but like every other one was like a dick pic, and it was never a full body. It was always just
The dick.
Either in the bathroom or on the bed.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, are there any?
Looking down.
Those are the only two locations.
Yeah, right.
Okay, I get it.
I think yours are more fun.
yours are fun.
Sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Wait, I have so many questions about the Craigslist dating, though. Did
What do you
they?
want to know?
Did they ever have text in it, or was it just the dick pic? Like, was that their resume?
It was just the dick pic usually.
Dope.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
text really. It would maybe be like a subject heading like hi, and then it would open it up, and then it would just be the dick, and then I would feel like really violated and
Every time.
just I don't want to see that.
Sure.
Did you have successful Craigslist dates though?
I met a couple of cool guys, and I dated one for like 4 months, and it was all right. But yeah, initially I did it because I have 2 dear friends who met on there, and they're married, and they're amazing people. So I was like, I'll try this.
Right,
Like, it was kind of like it was in my 20s. It was back in like 2007. And
Right in like the dick pic heyday.
it was like, I guess, the beginning of the dick pic heyday or something. So, yeah. But yeah, I didn't have much success with it.
So are you still on Craigslist then? Is what you're saying?
No.
Are you still a member?
I moved on to OkCupid, and now nothing.
Doesn't feel that different.
It doesn't really feel like
Yeah,
different.
well,
I am feeling it.
I don't know.
I know, I'm very, very warm.
My
So,
glasses are foggy.
OkCupid dick pics?
No.
Anyone?
I don't remember if I got any dick pics off there. I got like weird messages from guys, but never any pictures, dick pics. Yeah. So that's good. I guess that's success. I don't know. I got weird messages though a couple of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny lady, this is
Oh,
all your
yeah.
names.
Yeah, I'm working it.
What?
Really creative. Yeah, I'll say a weird thing has started happening where I'll be out for drinks with my girlfriends and they'll show me the dick pics that they've gotten. So I don't even have to have it sent to me. I instead innocently think I'm just drinking with my girlfriends and then I have to look at them anyway.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about dick pics is that men, I don't know if men know that when they send them, everybody else that's around them will see them. Like women will always show these dick pics to other people. What do we get?
My favorite of them.
Is that a crocheted dick pic?
Sorry, my phone is destroyed. Yeah, it's crocheted.
Oh, yeah.
I really regret not showing any of my girlfriends any of these dick pics. I would delete them right away.
Well, they're like assaulting.
Yeah, I would just be like, delete, you know? But, God, I wish I would have taken advantage of that more. I think if I got one now, I would do that.
It is gratifying, but it's also this moment of like, share this intensity with me. Like let me show the world this, because I don't know how else to react to it.
Yeah.
Need to lessen the blow,
yeah.
so to speak.
Unintended.
Because you said you feel like they gross you out. You feel violated by
I feel
them.
violated. It's like I didn't ask for, to see your dick. So
Yeah.
when I ask for it, then you can send it to me.
Yeah, it's a good rule.
With everything in general.
We might have worked that conversation.
You're
Yeah.
ready.
We're
You're
ready for the-
requesting
we're ready
a
for the
second,
next thing?
a second one. All right, you guys. So even if you feel like the first one was like
Funny
not the
wants to move
greatest,
on.
I wouldn't mind it if you were like a little more rowdy.
Also,
Okay. All right. Here's our first choice.
Or there's soda water.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I like the energy. Okay. Here's our second choice. Okay. All right. First choice it is. All right, ladies.
Inflated ego.
Oh, you laughed. It seems like you had an idea.
One?
You don't have one personally, but you've surely encountered one.
Have I?
Was it like unsolicited, sent to you, and made you feel violated?
No. I don't think so. I don't know yet. Inflated ego, anybody?
Maybe dating someone who had one, or
Yeah, is that
or feeling like, really feeling yourself one day and having a big ego. I don't know.
I mean, always.
That happens to everyone, right? I don't know.
For sure.
It's not the worst thing. I guess, I don't know. No one else is saying anything, so
yes.
I have a thought.
Tell us.
I've been thinking a lot about people. I've been encountering a lot of. I recently converted to Scorpio. I'm a Libra, and I'm a Scorpio, and since then I've been meeting tons of Scorpios who are all kind of just feel like they're always feeling themselves, and I just feel like I'm studying that and I'm like, how can I get some of that? It seems chill.
Were you on the cusp?
I was, and it's also my rising sign. So.
Oh.
Me too.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really
You're
know
also on
what
the cusp.
No, I'm a
What's your
Scorpio
rising sign?
rising, yeah.
I don't really know what that means.
Which part?
The rising sign?
Yeah, most of that one actually.
It's like the time you were born, the day and the time you were born will determine your rising sign, correct?
Yeah.
Rising sign changes every 2 hours.
What?
Moon sign changes every 30
Wait,
days.
what?
Moon sign?
What? Someone told me that your rising sign is more like your outward expression, and your whatever your the moon sign.
Yeah,
what's your
that's what
first?
I
Their
know.
sun sign is your more inner self. If it changes every 2 hours,
we got a nod here. So is that confirmed?
How do you find out? How do you find out what
You
your
type it in on the internet.
On the internet. Perfect.
But I liked what you were saying.
Astrology, you're usually a different sign too, so you could convert if you wanted.
Yeah, well, I did.
Yeah,
I was told it's a very Scorpio thing to do to convert to Scorpio.
I didn't really know that was a thing that you could do.
Me neither.
That's pretty sweet.
I just felt that's just what I felt.
How do you feel? How do you feel now?
I just feel like Scorpios don't give a fuck, and they haven't not inflated ego is not in a bad way. They're just owning it. They just don't care about being the center of attention. Seems chill. I was like, I want to be that. So
now are you?
I feel like I'm having my Scorpio moments mostly.
I love it.
I kind of like that though. When's the moment you felt the most inflated ego personally? I like how you're bringing it to
the self.
liking it in yourself. Yeah.
Especially as women, I feel like
Yeah,
it's
right.
not the worst thing to
I agree.
tap into.
Yeah. So when? When have you had your most inflated ego?
In these moments right now with Selfish at Skylight Books is both incredibly satisfying personally and also intimidating. And for the last 2 days I've been wondering if anyone cares. I mean, I've told all of you this. Does anyone care? Does anyone come? Right. What's the point of any of it? Which is the point of... I don't know if that's the point. It's a byproduct of creating anything ever So here we are. You all came, so thank you. Yeah, thank you for inflating my ego right now. I appreciate it.
It's my birthday week, so my ego's pretty inflated.
Oh, hell yeah.
The week, which is the start of Aries. So,
Yeah.
Taurus. I'm on the cusp too, so I guess I have some Aries traits too. I have no idea, but
Happy birthday.
thank you.
I like when it's my birthday to tell no one and just walk around thinking like, that's right, it's my birthday. And that's like it's an inflated ego moment. Like, but it's like, it feels more special.
Everyone. If they forget, dead
Power
to me.
move to It is really.
I mean, yeah, I think so, probably.
I don't know, like I feel like as a woman, you're kind of like told to hide a lot of the time and not be confident. And when you're confident, it's, I don't know, I mean, in my experience, it seems kind of intimidating, to people, or they're just like, why is she so happy, And
Yeah.
I feel that way. I feel that happens.
Yeah, we are discouraged from like celebrating ourselves.
Yeah.
I actually had this thought. I told Mary, who's the manager of this bookstore. I had this thought listening to a popular literary writer, male writer, talking about these experiences that he had as a writer, as a creator, just like these cool interactions that he had, other famous people that he's met, and there was not an ounce of self-deprecation. It was not necessarily a boast, but there was not an ounce of self-deprecation in it at all, and it made me think back to all the times that I've heard women, female authors, talk about, like, I don't know, they give some anecdote, and they're like, yeah, but like, wasn't that cool? Or like, who cares? Or whatever. Yeah, exactly. Or even about their own writing, and does anybody care?
I think
about
that's
anything?
a really good point, because I think that the reason that feminist art kind of rose up is because we don't have inflated egos, and we need to match that in the society. We need our egos to come up and fill out and get really explosive, and if it gets a little too overlapping onto you, then we could come in a little bit after we've really had this opportunity to really be all of who we are. And I think that's what inflated ego is. When I think about it, it's like not only being authentic, but like expansive, really expansive,
space,
and going over the edges and spilling over. You know, and I think that we need to do that, and I think that's what feminist art is about. And that was the original topic that I thought that we were going to
No, here we are. I knew we were gonna get here. That's why I trusted you. Here we are.
I didn't know we were doing dick pics. She said feminist.
You guys,
art.
I am
That's
not
what she
sorry.
told us.
I am not sorry. Carrie and I drunkenly came up with these topics last night. Not sorry. What?
What is drunk for?
That would be a topic to discuss. Like, for instance, what have you done and you had to be drunk for it?
Oh my god.
There it is.
But I mean, like, I'm asking.
Phoebe. We'll talk later. Because I'm very warm.
I know, right?
All right, you guys ready for another one? Okay. All right.
I don't even see what it is.
I know. I'm trying to torture you guys a little bit. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Okay, wait, you guys. I think we're gonna need like a rowdy response for one or the other. Let's try this one again. Okay, this one first. All right. Sounds good. Okay, now let's try this one.
All right. Hot sauce won.
You guys, I appreciate the effort. The hot sauce did win. Hot sauce did win. Okay, ladies.
Wait, what?
Hot sauce.
Is that like? Do you carry hot sauce in your bags?
I try to.
Like, I guess that's a thing, but like I've never done it. And my friend
helps.
gave me like one of those miniature bottles.
They like go on your keys.
Yeah, I guess it was Tapatio, and I just keep it in my apartment. Like I never take it, but it's like
The
this,
rest of your hot
it's like
sauce.
this tiny.
Oh, that's adorable.
But I'm building my tolerance. Like I love spicy food. So.
Yeah, I heard Hillary Clinton keeps hot sauce in her purse. It was like a thing, but I feel like, geez, if I kept hot sauce in my purse, it would definitely break, and then my purse would be filled with hot sauce. But I know it's a thing. I know what you mean.
I'd be afraid
Does
of that too.
Tapatio count as hot sauce?
I guess
I mean,
you
like-
build your tolerance
like-
high enough.
Literally speaking, yes, but maybe not in your in your range? Are you beyond it?
Am I beyond it?
So what's your hot sauce of choice?
I guess of choice.
Well, that's better than Tapatio, I guess.
Oh. As far as like your standard like Mexican hot sauces, I guess I'm more of a Cholula girl.
Cholula.
But
Yeah.
it's also not that spicy.
That's a good one.
I like Tabasco. I like a good Louisiana hot sauce.
Real.
I like a habanero.
I'm gonna go with Del Taco packets.
Oh, girl. Yeah, which one?
Which actually, those might be in my purse. If I'm like really honest.
Yeah. I do like the Taco Bell ones though because they have cute little sayings on them.
Oh,
They do.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, who turned out the lights in here?
Yeah.
It's the only one I can remember. Thank you for laughing. I appreciate that.
Everybody who does Taco Bell tarot with Taco Bell sauce packets with those little sayings.
You want to?
No, I have a friend who does that.
Oh,
She
sweet.
gave me an amazing reading once with Taco Bell sauce packets.
Wow. What was it?
What was the reading?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a whole lot.
Okay. I'm gonna interject here and say, does anyone want a third drink?
Yeah.
In? It's gonna get weird, you guys.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day. I've been panicked. Everything's fine.
Don't fill it up too full.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair that just these girls get another drink. If anybody
you guys
else would
want.
like something else.
You have to be holden to watching us talk.
Stuff. Yeah, have some.
Yeah, girl. So quiet.
All right, so in this lull, let us,
You guys having fun? Is this okay?
let's see. I have a couple more, but
What a female thing to ask, huh?
I think
Everyone would talk like just go over like what they wrote in the issue. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is that we don't have that many Los Angeles issue 5 contributors.
This issue, maybe.
Oh, and they're all the issues?
And it was like
Sure.
really inspiring to all my friends.
all right, we've got a
Sure,
suggestion from the
sure.
audience. Let's do
Take
it.
this.
All right.
All right. Do you want to go first?
Drink first. And
Drink first and then talk?
I'm just gonna sit.
I'm
We don't-
curious about you guys.
Or we can go backwards too.
Yeah, the mic's in front of you.
I can start. My palms are all sweaty. I know it's so warm. I'm just nervous. I did photography in this issue, and
In issue 5.
in issue 5, I shoot with film, and I went to the desert. And it was right after the election, and I wanted to get away.
That was smart.
And so I did this. And
There's dinosaurs, you guys.
there's
Can't see it.
dinosaurs. I went to Joshua Tree, and
Nice.
this dinosaur is just in front of somebody's house. So,
It's in the yard.
yeah, very Pee-wee's Big Adventure type of trip, I guess. And I stayed in a little cabin, and it was really peaceful. And I watched the sunrise and cried. And so that's
It's a cabin on Joshua Tree?
yeah, it was a little Airbnb, and I just went alone, and
I like
it
that.
was really cathartic, cliche kind of experience, you know. And I needed it, and yeah, so I'm gonna take a drink.
I'm going to use it as the perfect transition for Nicole
Yeah.
for her piece in issue 1.
Can you hear me if I don't speak into the mic?
Recorded, okay?
Okay. I also, my piece is in issue 1, but I wrote it in Joshua Tree when I was living in a little cabin out there, and it was also very cathartic.
How long?
I was there for 3 months. Like, I spent the fall on the Copper Mountain Mesa. I don't know if you all are familiar, or y'all are familiar. But yeah, I had just like ended a long-term relationship, and was like, I need to like leave LA. I quit all my jobs, and just like I can't think it was like one of the first things I wrote about that. The reason I was like there, kind of like figuring out some stuff about my life, and had my 30th birthday there also. Yeah.
Do it.
We almost made it. Blue doctor.
Right? There it is. Misfire.
Yeah.
It's a really good thing to read if you're trying to divest from hetero heterosexuality.
Also that.
We've taken to calling it. It's not called that in the issue, but I have started calling it the Dump Him Manifesto. Yeah, and then I did dump him, and then I did divest from hetero slavery afterwards.
Slavery.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I'm done.
I wrote a poem in issue 2 about my period. And it was the first piece that I ever had published. And it was also, actually Skylight was like a huge part in this being created, because I came to a reading that Mari did.
Yay, Mari!
And it really inspired me. I've known Mari for a long time. And she kind of pointed out to me that I have good stories and that I should write. So it all kind of came together, and then I submitted a poem, and it got in, and I read it to a bunch of people and was terrified like I am right now. And that's pretty much it.
Okay. I'm in issue number 4, which it's a wonderful issue. And I think what happens for me personally is that I have a lot of secrets. But then every once in a while I write this poem and I just say everything. And then I read it and when we had the launch party, and I was like, oh my God, it was the thing about the TSA and the airport stuff that happens and how they go through all your luggage. And I had all these toys with me because I was going to meet my girlfriend in New Mexico, and I was here. And they just pawed through our shit and left like little stickers on everything. And it was so tacky and so, talk about feeling violated. And it just simmered in me for this long time. And I had never told anybody. Then I write this poem, and then I have to read it, and now I'm like telling the world. And so I think that art is really liberating. And it makes me be the other side of my personal self. And it's sort of a nice thing that happens. But, my heart is palpitating. I don't want to read it again right now or anything.
We won't make you.
We won't make me. So there you go.
Do you find to get it out, was it like pretty therapeutic for you to let that emotion out?
That's an interesting thing. I think it simmered for so long, it became sort of almost this creative endeavor in a certain kind of way. And also because I think people are really curious. And it was about an aspect of life that a lot of people the normative don't talk about. And so it was really sort of an interesting aspect and reveal. And I think that feminist art is really about that. And if I dare go back to 1975, when I was living in Manhattan and my girlfriend was a visual artist, and it was really like feminist art was everything. So there we are in Manhattan. We go to this women-owned, vegetarian, totally tofu everything restaurant, and her art is on the wall, and it's legs and menstrual blood, and people are saying, "I'm losing my appetite," and she's like, "This is my art." And I'm like, "I have your back, honey." And, it was like, what do you do? And it was about being like such your real, absolute self, your dirt, your insides, your outsides, like put it on the page. And it was really about that, and there was so much strength in being that person. Like, really, I'm gonna stick on you. You're gonna go home later, and you're gonna remember my art. You're gonna remember my piece. It's gonna stick on you. And I think that women artists, we don't get to stick. I think that male artists in history, they stick with us. Why aren't we sticking? And so, there's something to be said. Da-da-da. I'm going to shut up.
People are still really uncomfortable with the period blood and the idea of periods. And can I just say, I had the worst period of my life last week.
You could say it.
I had to leave work early. It was one of those things, like, I had just broken up with somebody, and I was just like every little thing was making me cry, and it was like heavy and I was like in pain, and I was just like, I had to tell my manager, I was just like, I need to leave. Like, I need to go home and like cry and rest. And you know, it was a male manager, and he was just like, oh, okay, yeah, do what you gotta do, you know, like just totally freaking out. And it's just like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna tell you what's up with me. And I left and I cried and took a bath and slept a lot, and it was great.
Came back to work the next day.
Yeah, I did. I came back.
Because we are strong.
Yes, I did. I did go back to work the next day, and I went through a full shift, and it was good. It was much needed.
As an anti-capitalist, I really feel like I want to advocate that like you should just like get all that time off. Like I think it's like the capitalist system demands that like the period industrial complex is that we just like keep working, like don't think about your. It's like no, you should like take like 5 days off and like be at home.
They tell you to suck it up and like be strong.
Yes, yeah, it should be like paid time off.
I know, it's very hard.
I feel like it fucking sucks to work on your period.
You're not supposed. I know, because I know.
You?
Like yes, I don't want to say like women like we're like weak or like we can't work through it. You obviously can.
We can.
Just don't want to.
Why should you have to?
Yeah.
Why should we have to suffer?
Yeah.
People don't understand.
They don't understand. I know. Yeah.
Some of you understand. Like you.
Anyway, sorry. I feel sorry.
Sorry.
Period rant. I have an IUD, and I stopped getting my period, and I got it for the first time in almost 3 years. A couple of weeks ago, yeah, full meltdown. I like forgot how to do this.
Yeah.
And it was insane. Also, like nervous. Like, is something wrong? Am I just bleeding from the inside? Am I dying? What's going on? Yeah, and so I forgot how to do that, and wanted to die a little. I forgot how terrible it is.
Yeah.
So that's my
I mean, I feel like I think honestly because I have also really long cycles, so it's like every 3 or 4 months. I also feel like every single time is like the first time sometimes.
Right.
Yeah, so that's why I also feel like I just get to say I'm like not where I'm like I don't know, figure it out.
I went bowling the other day and my whole body hurts now.
Feminism, you guys.
It's getting raw.
It is getting raw. It is getting raw.
Period blood.
All of it. I know. What else we talk about?
Well, I have a couple more here, but you guys like got the idea. How about like an improv show? We hear some topics
Phoebe,
that you're interested in. I mean, I kind of like Phoebe the most.
You're in a launch room.
So, like, does anybody have a suggestion you'd like to hear our brilliant panelists discuss?
Silence.
All right, Phoebe.
All right, Phoebe. I guess you can go.
What did I just heard? One. What was it? Male feminism. Male feminism.
Male feminism.
That intrigued me also. Male feminism. Let's do it, ladies. Let's do it. Let me hear. What do you think?
Male feminism.
She wants to call up some male feminism.
All men are asking for it.
All men are assholes, I'm aware.
No, she said all men are asking for it.
When you said all men are assholes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, with the online dating world, there will be guys who say they're feminists, but they're just trying to fuck you.
That's real.
And you like fucking
Not you, babe. I love you.
trust, you know? And
Definitely don't trust it. Don't trust someone.
don't trust somebody who says they're a feminist.
Do not.
Trust a male feminist. Yeah.
Their actions need to
like
speak
on
it.
their profile, like
Oh yeah.
I love pussy. You know, like
Women are beautiful.
Yeah.
I love all women.
Yeah.
That's not.
Yeah. Like we need to have a lesson in what feminism is before we can have the conversation of whether they are or not.
Right. You got really quiet.
I know.
My only experience with male feminists is men that just don't want to pay on the dates.
Oh, that's so funny. We were having this
How do
conversation.
you feel about that?
We were just having this conversation last night. Go ahead. Yeah.
I'm not into it.
You're not into them paying or them not paying?
I'm not into that being an excuse for them not
paying. That happened to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I go back and forth with it because I'm so. It's weird because I have all these. like traditional attitudes, like male, female, like the very like heteronormative, like I like to be courted. I love flowers. I mean, I'll get the guy flowers too. Like I love like all that romantic shit that, you know, that I bought into when I was like a little girl, you know, all that stuff. And so I go on this date with this guy who says he's a feminist and, you know, equal rights and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh, cool.
And all that.
I mean, this guy sounds great. Whatever. You know, we're on a date, and so it comes time to like pay and everything, and so we split the bill, and I was, you know, upset a little bit, and he could tell, and so it got really awkward because it was. He was like, well, you know, I believe we should be equal, so we should both pay, you know? And I was like, I don't know if I believe that, because I feel like
The whole point.
I don't know.
Like also the wage gap,
To me,
people.
that's what
The wage gap, people.
Okay, so then here's the thing. So then he humiliates me because he brings up the wage gap. He's like, oh, you know what? I'll cover the tip because I know that like men make
double now,
like $1 to your 77 cents. Like that kind of thing.
For you.
Yeah, it was very like here you go, you know. And I was just like, and then I started crying. It was like really. Like the most awkward date I've ever been on in my life. It was so bad. And he's like, do you want me to walk into your car? And I was just like, I guess, I don't know. Like, it was bad. It was like, and so I go back and forth with those ideas. It's just like, am I a bad feminist? Like, am I, you know,
There's no such
like
thing.
even being like hyper feminine, like the way I dress, like I'm very into vintage style, like I love makeup, like I'm very girly,
Femme.
you know?
You're femme.
But I have this like male side too. I'm femme. I'm femme. Yeah, I'm femme. I'm like a drag queen, you know? It's great.
I'm like a drag queen.
I am. I think of like dressing up as drag, and it's like my armor, you know? But that's another, like I've been, you know, like feminists or, you know, like radical feminists, whatever, like will say like, well, you're feeding into that the male gaze, patriarchy, and
It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
You can wear a paper bag on the it doesn't matter.
I know.
Like, you should definitely wear what you
but
want.
like, yeah, I mean, I'm curious to know like, how you guys feel about that.
We were having this conversation last night, and I've had this conversation a number of times with people. This idea of having feminist morals or ideals, you know, guidelines, I guess, the way you live your life, and quote unquote abandoning them for other factors. And the idea of back in my dating days of like being on Tinder and like wanting to pay my own way because I'm a strong, independent woman, but like. I'm also broke as shit, so you know, letting the dude pay is that unfeminist of me to do, even though whatever.
I like taking advantage of people sometimes.
Also that's also a sweet thing to do.
I love how honest you are.
Manipulation is rad.
I don't think it's manipulation. I really think of it as like reparation. It's like the wage gap in the world. It's like
Also that,
Like I feel like you should pay. Like you make more money than me probably. Like you have a lot of other advantages. Like pay for this meal. Like
And I feel like it is too. Like I've like gone out of my way. Like I feel like in a lot of my relationships, like I've gone out of my way, like very like just giving them all like this emotional labor.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
That I don't.
But you're not
get
being
in
compensated
return.
for.
Exactly. So I feel like, well,
1000%.
like yeah, he should pay.
Yeah.
Like
know,
on that
but
date, how much
Someone's yelling
how
out.
much did that dude
Is
talk
that
about
you, Harvey?
himself?
Who's yelling out? Yeah, girl.
Every minute he talked about himself, he owes you $1.
Yeah, right?
You hit the nail on the
He
head.
owes you $75.
One bar and there's a lot of dates at that one bar. A lot of dates. And I just sometimes like am keeping a ticker in my head and like some of these conversations, the man will talk and it's mostly like hetero dates. The man will talk for like 90% of the time. Sometimes I want to suggest at the end like
excuse
do you maybe want to like
Get to know her.
ask her questions so she can like fucking say something.
Right.
It's not like, you know, That's like Saturday night at this one bar. So I'm like, yeah.
Right.
And so there's Trump supporter and everyone mentioned
It's owned by a Trump supporter.
I feel like when I went on dates with dudes, like I would be like, "This is a fun game." It's like, how many minutes will go by?
Oh,
when
yeah.
you ask me a question, like a lot of
Before I
minutes.
say anything at all.
Like, sometimes the whole date, it's like, all right, cool. I know a lot about you now.
Well, it's really fun too when
I
they.
definitely don't want to fuck you.
It's really fun too when they spend the whole day talking about what strong feminists they are. The whole time, like you don't speak. They talk at you about what strong feminists they are. That's fun.
That's great.
For me, going back to inflated ego,
Oh yeah, girl.
I feel like
Bring it back around.
yeah, I feel like they should pay because they should be grateful to spend time with me.
Hell yeah. Also that. Beautiful. Yeah.
Covering a lot of
Yeah, how do we feel? How do we feel? Good, I'm so glad that everyone's having fun.
What do you guys say? Do you want to do one more from the audience? What do you guys want to hear them talk about? Let's do one more from the audience. All right, I see somebody. What are you thinking back there?
Just like, what would you say is one of the biggest challenges that, or like something that you're working on in terms of incorporating feminism into like your everyday life? Like maybe something you're successful at, or something that you're working on. You know, really, because I mean, there's work that's already been done. It's easy for us to do a lot of things, but what are some things that you are doing in terms of your work as a feminist in your own life?
It's a good question.
I have two answers to that. Personally, for myself, I try hard to apologize less for everything that I do. Yeah, and I try hard also to scold my fellow ladies when they apologize for no reason at all. Which maybe is counterproductive. And then I realize. But the other thing is women supporting women. That's my entire ethos. That's part of the reason why Selfish exists. And supporting women in actions and choices in art and lifestyle and whatever, and that for me has broken down a lot of boundaries, I've relearned a lot of things about society and myself and the way that I've approached things, and that's my religion that I guess I try to just fuck religion that I try to live by.
That's good. I like that.
I guess like, as I've gotten older, just calling people out or just setting boundaries is a big one for me. Like, for example, at work, like a manager will, like sexually harass me, or will just be like whisper like in my ear, or like, I'll be like, don't do that. Like, I don't like that.
Yes. Weird.
And then
Good.
and then like. One of them will be, asking me like really personal questions about like, my dating life and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? I just told him, like, frankly, I was like, I don't like talking about my personal life at work. Mm-hmm. And he got a little uncomfortable, but he was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. Like, left the room. And I've just like, in my 30s, I've just been like, I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, I'm starting to really, like, I'm gonna be 35. Like, I'm just like, I'm done. So good. Oh well,
I know.
But I'm just, it's like really, because in my 20s, I just let a lot of things go, and I feel like I didn't really have a voice, and
Sometimes it feels easier to do that.
yeah, it does, but then you have all those regrets, like, oh, I wish I would have been a little bit more vocal about this situation,
Yeah.
whatever.
For sure.
So, yeah.
It's a good segue, the vocal, because I think for me, it's about making noise. I think it's about really being as much of who you are as possible, and I've been squelched a lot in my life, and especially as a queer woman, I've compartmentalized my life a lot, and so I would say 89% of my life was really kind of squelched underneath, quiet, and, I don't want to exactly I mean, I'm glad that you feel older, but I'm really older. And there's something about that. It's really liberating. It's very liberating. It's really nice. What do you I'm watching
they're laughing at me pouring more whiskey.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, right.
No, you're wonderful.
And I actually teach community college, so I'm always like, wait, why are you laughing? We're not talking about that.
We're not talking about you, okay? Men.
Stick with it. Okay. So, so I'm always with these young adults, and they're always like having other stuff going on. But anyway, I think making noise is about being feminist in life. It was about really being as authentic as possible and saying what you got to say. And if you got to send the food back because it sucks, send it back. Don't eat it. It's like same with boys and girls. Send it back.
Go back.
Just like everything you're saying. Like
I know.
And also, not being afraid to get older.
Also that.
Not being
there's not so much choice, but okay.
It's real because people are so. I feel like I don't know. Growing up in LA, everyone's so youth focused. Everyone's so oh, I'm getting these wrinkles and oh my god, or or fat phobic and stuff. There's just so much. I hear it all the time at work and it's why do we should embrace all that shit, eat the fucking cake.
Oh yes. And
Bunny literally brought cake.
I brought the cake.
You brought the cake.
Of course you did.
Bunny literally brought us cake. Ladies.
Because these are all such personal ones. I'm kind of curious about an anti-capitalist point of view on that question. I don't know.
I'm scared.
Yeah?
For me, I think until recently, a lot of the way I answer this question might be through my creative work. That's still the same answer, I guess. My collaborators here is very vocal. We host a podcast about art and feminism. We're doing some activism now. We're hosting events through our collective called Intersectionality Now. So I feel like we're really kind of we're out in these streets trying to connect, trying to sort of promote really intersectional issues.
There's a newsletter called Feminist Pizza.
Feminist Pizza.
Get on that.
Yeah. We just did this project.
Pizza.org, not .com.
.org.
Feministpizza.org.
Yeah. In addition to all the personal things you're saying, which I also am trying to work on in my interactions with people in the day-to-day, but I feel like that's kind of what's become my way of just trying to disseminate feminist principles to the masses, I think is my focus, especially post-election, in DT's America, that's become way more important to me, is being way more militant about it. So, where I used to be more quiet about my anti-capitalist stances or saying the word reparations all the time, now I just don't care, yeah.
Cheers to that.
Here's that.
Cheers to reparations.
Amelia.
Oh yeah.
Good work.
No,
good work,
I'm
ladies.
I guess for me, it's been mostly in my personal creative work as well, and also, what you said about not apologizing so much, that's been something I've been working on. But with my creative work, I've been trying not to hide so much anymore, and I feel like the work that I make visual art, I feel like it's really beautiful, but I've been sort of keeping it to myself, so I've been making more of an effort to put it out there and not care so much about what people think about it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Very nice. Hell yeah.
Carrie, what about you?
Yeah, I'm a radical feminist, and I think it's a part of every part of my life. But I also think celebrate what you like, and girl culture and girl stuff is not weak or lesser than. I obviously I'm a femme as well, but but in any way, if you like it more butch, go more butch. But I like visuals. I like being, I'm a visual person. I like fancy stuff. If I were butch, I'd be the fanciest butch you'd ever seen. But instead, I'm this way. But I think there's a name. But yeah, to find strength and take pride in who you really are. But I also think to make it bigger and to really look out for other women, just wherever you can, however you can.
Like, call shit out when you see it. Too.
Yeah, because sometimes if someone's saying something to you, it's so different than when you step in and say something on someone else's behalf. Yeah, so call it out. Yeah.
I just got a text that says, "What about supporting local female candidates?" So I think that's a thing too.
Well,
you thought?
Yeah. No, I think I guess. Sorry, I've had 4 drinks.
Wait, did somebody just say sorry?
I regret nothing.
I'm really bad at the pauses. I think I'm bad at it.
Yeah, me too. I'm just teasing.
Yeah. I guess I'm interested in supporting like feminist intersectional candidates more so than necessarily like a female candidate. Like that's all I want to say about that.
Yeah. Into that.
Thanks for that.
Well, we can start there at the female part. We can start there and then move on.
Okay. I'm drunk.
Are you okay? Who's drunk?
I'm not
my girls.
I'm working all day. We have no food.
So I guess this has been all recorded as 2 drinks in. I think when you guys pick up issue 6, you might feel like a special connection to the 2 drinks and that you're going to see there.
You were there.
Thank you so much for being here. And this is a real party, so don't leave. I'm going to get rid of some of these chairs. There are more drinks, and let's all get to know each other a little bit.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah,
real quick?
say one thing real quick.
I want to thank these lovely ladies for participating in this kind of blind. I gave them no information. Just come here and talk and drink with us. So
She really didn't.
yeah. So
She
I want to
said
thank
she
them.
would, but then
I didn't, and I regret
And
nothing.
she's not sorry.
We were told it was a highly intellectual panel about.
and then we started talking about dick pics. So here we are. But as always, thank you to Skylight. This place is very, very special to me, to a lot of people here, and they've hosted the launch of every issue that we've done, and we'd be nothing without them. And to our editor-in-chief, who is not here tonight, this is the first event she's ever missed, to Taylor. So cheers to her. We'll pour one out for her. And to all of you, every time we do this, there are more and more strangers who are not obligated to be here because they love us. So thank you for showing up in spite of us or for us. So yay, thank you. And Carrie, our wonderful moderator and host.
You've been listening to the Skylight Books author reading series. Don't forget you can listen to this and all our other great podcasts at skylightbooks.com. Thanks again for stopping by, and we hope to see you soon.